O Allah, guide me among those whom Thou hast guided aright, and preserve me among those whom Thou hast preserved, and befriend me among those whom Thou hast befriended. Bless me in whatsoever Thou dost grant me, and deliver me from the evil of what Thou hast judged. Surely Thou judgest, and none can judge against Thee, and he whom Thou befriendest is not disgraced. Blessed art Thou, O Lord, and exalted be Thee above what they set up besides Thee. I bear witness, nothing deserves to be served besides Thee, and I bear witness that Muhammad is Thy servant and apostle. Amen.
You belong to yourself. You're an independent people, created from the nation of free people. Yes, sir. You don't need to go nowhere but to yourself. Yes, sir. There will be a great separation. Yes, sir. So I said it is on now.
The college is meant to prepare you for your future. That the time dictates that if we don't do something for ourselves as a people, we will be destroyed. And the aim of the enemy right now is to take us out.
We have God with us. We have Him as our guide. Yes, sir. We don't have to stand around here and ask the question, what must be done? Yes, sir. Get up and let's go and do something. Yes, sir. We cannot sit down. We cannot lay down. Yes, sir. We must get up. Yes, sir. And go to work.
Do you know what real joy is in life? Visioning something and bringing it into reality. That's real joy. Do you know what the next step in joy is? Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell in unity.
Tonight, you need to fasten your seatbelts. We're going to hear from some of the greatest minds in the world. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of trusting our future and the future of our children into the hands of those who don't love us. I believe we need to revitalize black leadership.
Greetings, supporters. Our new sponsor, Sister Sheba Muhammad, through her jewelry company, is giving you a free sterling silver chain when you purchase your commemorative Elijah coin pendant. The link is in the bio. You're tuned in to the Mind of an Entrepreneur show with your host, myself, Sajda Wendy Muhammad. I am a multi-million-dollar business developer. I have developed business and real estate around the world, and I want to share with you my mental strategies, my technical strategies, and how I made it in the world of business. So I don't teach theory. I tell you about my life and introduce you to people who can also share with you what they've done to become successful. This is a practical show. This ain't a theory show. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned. Peace and blessings, family. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Listen, let me tell y'all something. I've been telling y'all that Muhammad is churning out emerging market leaders, industry disruptors, and people don't know that we exist, or they want to act like we don't exist. But I'm telling you, We are an investment-worthy community. We're worth your business. We're worth your partnership. And in a world like what we're in now, where you can't hardly trust nobody, you don't know what principles the person is standing on. They smile in your face one day, and then the next day the deal is up. There's all these practices now in business where everybody's trying to mimic the whole corporate style. So what they do is they come out, they pitch to you, and they have no concern about the building of your business, what you're doing. They're not even in an entrepreneurial mindset. But when you bring on one of us on your team, on your project, on your job, you are bringing people who understand nation building and entrepreneurship. That's what you're bringing. And let me tell you all, let me give you one tip. And this is something that I do. Whenever someone's pitching to me or I'm just talking to them about business and they start asking me questions like, well, what's your budget? What's your budget? I never tell them. I say, I don't know. I'm telling you what I want. Price it out for me. Because most people, and one or two things that happen. Either when they say, what's your budget? And you don't say anything, then they assume, oh, she ain't got no money. She ain't gonna be able to do it. And they're not the partner for you, because if it's that easy to just walk away from what you just pitched. And I know for me, I'm always doing stuff that's on a whole nother level. I'm always doing things that is way beyond what is currently being done in the industry. That's why I say I'm an industry disruptor. So if you can walk away from that, but you claim to be passionate about this field, then I let them go. The other side of that is a lot of times if you say your budget is $10,000, then they'll say, okay, this is how we're going to spend the $10,000. So you got to be mindful of that kind of stuff. Normally when I say, look, this is what I want, price it out for me and give it to me line by line. And then we'll come back in the second meeting. We'll walk it through and figure out what I need and what I don't need, what I want and what I don't want. And we're going to massage this a little bit. That'll help you see where people are. But when they come out the gate talking about what's your budget, that really is low key disrespectful. Because if I show up on a Mercedes-Benz lot and I'm looking at the top of the line Benz, you're going to walk up to me and say, what's my budget? Let me tell you what I want, and then you tell me how much it costs. Anyway, I just like to give y'all a little game before we start the show. But I got another industry disruptor, a master in his field. He's doing master classes all over the country. He's a phenomenal brother, an industry disruptor. And I want you to just sit back and check out this game. We give away free game here because I always tell you all, when I first came in business, what I could not stand was all the networking, the conferences, the mentoring. Nobody gives you game. Everybody's just talking and they just passing you from one person. Most time you go to these places, they don't even call you back, these conferences and these networking things. So what I'm saying to you is that on this show, with this platform and all the different things that we're working on, you're going to get some game. And I guarantee you, you're going to get game today. With me and my brother Abdul Shabazz. Assalamu alaikum, dear brother.
Wa alaikum salam, sis. How you doing?
I'm good. It's such an honor to be talking to you. You're such a bright light in our community and entrepreneurship. And I'm just honored to be sitting here looking at you on the screen and getting a chance to listen to you and see how Allah is flowing through you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be here as well, too, sis.
I'm just grateful for you. So, Brother Abdul, they call you the mobile home closer.
That's right.
But before we get to the mobile home closing, a lot of times, people look at us that are in business and sometimes they try to put us like on a rock star level but I want you to talk a little bit about how you got started and what you think contributed to where you are today.
Yes, man, that's an excellent question. My father, I say this, my father, he always wanted us to be entrepreneurs, always wanted us to be entrepreneurs. So when I was in elementary school, the first thing that my father gave me was candy. He said, Abdul, I want you to go ahead and I want you to start selling candy, right? Now, I'm going to tell you this, sis.
So he taught you sales. He put the focus on sales first, right?
He put the focus on sales,
okay.
Right? And I'm going to tell you this. it worked out, but it didn't work out because if you give a child candy, you tell that child to sell that candy. You already know what I was doing throughout my days in school, right? I was eating my product. But around the age of 6, I learned what a P&L sheet was, a profit and loss sheet was, because my father, he taught me. And at the age of 8 years old, that's when my grandparents, they had one of the largest peanut business in Charleston, South Carolina. So I was working with my grandparents, and from the time that I was 8 all the way to the time that I graduated high school, my parents didn't have to buy us any school clothes, no school supplies, nothing, because we was making our own money at a very young age.
So wait, they grew the peanuts, packaged them, and sold them?
So there was a warehouse where we got the peanuts from, and we were making the peanuts from our house. So we had a huge propane tank in the backyard. We had the pots, and it was being distributed all over. So, my grandfather, he was a master salesman. Right. And with him being a master salesman, he could sell 100 to 200 bags of peanuts a day. And we were just pretty much just taking over. And that's whenever, of course, we learned the business side of that aspect, and we were selling, the boiled peanuts. But at the age of 13 is whenever my father, he introduced me to Robert Kiyosaki. So that aspect, I now learned how to get out the rat race. And we were playing it. We were literally hosting, free game nights. And I was one of the instructors alongside with my father, teaching grown-ups how to get out the rat race.
That's what I'm talking
about. So I was able to break one of the records. I got out the rat race in less than an hour. And if anybody know that game, you already know it's tough to get out the rat race. And I did it less than an hour. I've mastered the skills of, what have been, presented in front of me with that game. And I started teaching other people. But how I got into mobile home investing at the age of 15 is whenever my father introduced it to me. And when he introduced mobile homes to me, I didn't know what he was doing, but he would tell me, Abdul, I want you to come with me. I want you to cut the grass. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm cutting the grass, where the mobile home is, a house is at. Whenever he had to go and fix something inside the house, he would say, Abdul, I want you to come with me. So now I'm learning how to build with my hands. Whenever there was a dispute with the tenant, Abdul, I want you to come with me. So now I'm there with him as he's dealing with the tenants.
Right.
Little did I know this was going to be a field that I was going to go back to and have a full-fledged, successful mobile home business. And it wasn't until one day, sister, I was working for a boys program. And the people, the employees, they say, hey, look, they said whenever the owner comes in the building, there was another black guy. They said, when he come in the building, don't talk to him. And I'm like, don't talk to him. I'm like, oh, that's strange. Hey, he's a person just like me. So I had a great idea of how I could, build a better program for what they were offering the young black males that were there. And so I talked to the owner. He loved it. He said, pitch it to the director. I went to the director. I gave him everything, the entire plan. 2 weeks later, they took my entire plan and gave it to somebody else. Yeah. That right there was the last straw, sister.
Yeah, that's happened to me so many times. At least you learned it that one time. Brother Abdul, I used to be the type that I was so trusting. I would just run my mouth and talk to people and tell people. And my father is the one who actually told me to stop doing that. Shout out to black fathers out here. And I still didn't listen until I got burnt. And now I'm like, And even to this day, one of the things that Minister Farrakhan always tells me is keep your circle tight.
Absolutely.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Now let's talk about these mobile homes, because we got to deal with stigma here, right?
Yes,
so
let's do it.
You're talking to black folks. We have a stereotype of a trailer park.
Yes, absolutely.
And there's a stereotype of the type of people that live in the trailer park, the activities that go in the trailer park. And all we can think about is these trailer park people living there, methamphetamines, drugs, But then you're like, but I'm the mobile home closer.
Yes.
I'm trying to reconcile that. So help us out here. What's the difference? Trailer park, mobile home. What are we talking about here?
Yeah. So you hit it right there on the head. A lot of people, they always talk about the myths, and this is why a lot of people don't start. Let me tell you something, sis. Mobile homes are the unsexy version of real estate.
Yes.
So if I tell somebody, hey, you can actually, instead of you spending $200,000 on a house, you can actually spend $5,000 on a mobile home. They be like, a mobile home, a trailer. You mean to tell me, with the movie 8 Mile, that area, dirt roads, right? If a tornado come, the mobile home gonna be in the middle of the street, right? These are all things that people are talking about. But I always tell people this. I said, look, I just have to break it down. I said, for one, let me just go ahead and break it down. For one, you have different level of mobile home communities. So you have a 1-star park all the way to a 5-star park. The 1-star park is probably what you're going to see. And it's just like any neighborhood. I can go to any state and I can point out a neighborhood that's in rough condition.
Right.
And that's how it is with the mobile home communities.
Okay.
They may have poor management, high vacancy. They may be drug infested. But then I can go to another mobile home community that's a 5-star park. It's a beautiful community. It's laid out. Every home inside the community is uniform. Grass is cut. Landscape. I'm talking about flawless. And then the other aspect, when people talk about, hey, when tornadoes come, the mobile homes it's going to get blown away. People don't know that mobile homes, they have regulations. So HUD placed regulations on mobile home. Mobile homes can withstand 70 to 110 miles per hour.
I didn't know that.
That is actually more stringent than a site-built home.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yes. So in certain areas, there's different wind zones. So like in the Middle East, it may be like a wind zone 3. Like in Florida, the higher the wind zone, they have to be able to withstand more of the wind pressure.
Okay.
Because of the hurricanes or the tornadoes. So people don't even know that about mobile homes. I told them, Hurricane Ian, did you see a mobile home in the middle of the street in Florida? No, you didn't. It's right there in the mobile home community. It's right there.
This is viable, especially, what's on my mind is, and we were talking about California, is places like California where the real estate is so ridiculously high that it's almost impossible. You got working class people who've been paying $4,000 or $5,000 a month in rent. Now they balance it out with other things being cheaper, but the real estate is high. And so how viable is a mobile home business in high rent areas like a California, for example?
Oh, it is very valuable. It is very valuable. See, mobile homes are, this is affordable housing, right?
Okay.
And so with it being an affordable house for people to be able to, afford, if you look at a brand new home in America is roughly around $280,000. Brand new, average. Let's just say average. A brand new 2022 mobile home can cost you $80,000.
Now, what's that look like though? Some of us are snobs. What's a nice mobile home look like?
Right. So here's the thing. You have a single wide, you have a double wide, and you have a triple wide. On my page, I blew people's minds yesterday because I posted a triple wide mobile home. And I promise you, if you go take a look at it, it looked better than single family homes. You would not be able to tell the difference because what they're doing right now in the manufacturing companies is they're designing the mobile homes to look exactly like single family homes.
Yeah, so, because a lot of the single family homes are prefabricated now. They just, the walls come, they just put them all up and together. They're not building it brick by brick. So, so a triple wide is about what? How many square feet?
So a triple wide mobile home is usually going to be roughly around 2,000 square feet at its minimum. Okay. And then it can go ahead and it can move up. So on average, you're going to get a triple wide mobile home at 3,500 square feet.
Oh, that's a game changer.
Absolutely.
That's a game changer.
Absolutely. And, I tell people to get into mobile homes. I tell people this. I say, look, mobile homes is a gateway to real estate. The reason why I say it's the gateway, and I like to break it down like this. Okay. Before you actually, you get sent out, let's say if you're going in the military, right? Before you go to, let's say the infantry or the Marines, or whatever the case is, there's basic training. Well, mobile homes is considered a basic training for real estate. It's an easy entrance, right?
Yep.
And it's an easy exit strategy as well. You can get in and then you can leave. The reason why I say that is because mobile homes is considered personal property, not real estate property. So even that is a game changer. On average, my taxes per mobile home on average is $70 a year.
Now, does those taxes change when you affix it to the land?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Do they go up significantly? Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay.
They don't. And see that right there, what you said, that's also another game changer. If you get a mobile home and you have land and that mobile home is now affixed to the land, that mobile home have just turned to real estate property. So I tell people, how about you go and you get a mobile home? And if you have land, you take the mobile home, you put on your land, you affix it to your land. Now you have your first real estate property.
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
And that right there is a game changer, because now that same mobile home that you just got for $5,000, $10,000 is now worth $60,000.
Okay. You just have to find somewhere to park them, right?
Yeah. So it's a couple ways to do this.
Okay.
I tell my students, I said, make sure you start in the mobile home community first. The mobile home community have everything for you. They already have the electricity. They already have the water. The mobile home is already set up. All you have to do is just purchase it, apply for that mobile home community, and now you can go ahead and you want to rent it out. You want to do an owner finance. If you want to fix and flip it, you can go ahead and you can do it.
Okay, man, that's dope. That's dope. I was stuck in the bias of trailer park is what I was stuck in. And then I was thinking about it and I said, are we talking about RV parks? I said, no, this is like a mobile home. But I think the terminology of trailer park is what turns people off. But you just gave some game right there. If you can buy a single wide, sometimes for as low as $5,000,
right, in
a trailer park community, you can, like you said, fix and flip or whatever you're going to do, rent it, affix it to the land, and now you got real property or real estate.
Right, correct. And here's the thing too. People got to understand this. This is something that you are investing in. That's it. It's not like you're living there. Yes. I have many people who come to me and say, Abdul, hey, do you live in a mobile home? I'm like, no, I don't live in a mobile home. This is just something that I park my money into. That's it. I just put my money into
affordable housing. Think about so many of our people, because at a certain point, Section 8 and all of that stuff, that stuff may not be around. And I'll tell you another thing. One thing that happens a lot, like in Chicago real estate, Chicago's known for redlining, right? That's why we have the famous Bronzeville community where so many iconic people live, because that's the only places where they could live.
Right.
It became very rough. What they did in Chicago was then they pulled up the projects. Everybody moved in the projects. When they tore down the projects, they dispersed the people throughout the Chicago land area.
Right.
And in some cases, they put people from different communities in one area. Then they wonder why they fighting and shooting, because you created this gang land type of thing. But it's, it might be away from what everybody else sees. So now people have Section 8 certificates. They're going out to these outlying communities, trying to get somebody to accept their certificate or find housing that is Section 8 ready. They find these little apartments, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. People are overcharging. If there was a really nice mobile home community, like you said, with well-groomed properties and things like that, to me, that'd be very viable to some of those people, because it's not like a lot of people don't have money.
Right. Exactly. And so here's the thing. What I've done over the course of the years is I've allowed people, because I always believe in ownership. Right. So the people, they come to me and they say, look, Abdul, I have $2,000, right? That's fine. We'll go ahead and we'll find you a mobile home that you can put the $2,000 down. And what we'll end up doing is we'll do an owner finance. Yeah, so once you pay us off, then guess what? Now you own this mobile home. So when you own this mobile home, you don't have to worry about keep spending $1,000 a month for rent. After a term, that's it. And then another thing I do is I don't charge interest. Yeah. So the people been like, no interest? And I'm like, no interest at all. This is your price, and this is how much you have to pay every single month. And what I do is I look, how much money was you paying over here? Oh, we was paying $1,200. Well, over here, all you got to do is pay $800. So now you're saving $400 a month. And you're in a position to own this mobile home after 2 years, after 4 years, the mobile home is yours. So now I give people the opportunity to go ahead and own their mobile homes. And it becomes so easy to me because the mobile home communities, we have such great relationships. They call me whenever somebody in that community either move out, that person may have got evicted, and they call me and they say, Abdul, can you help this person? And if I can help save them from getting eviction, then I go ahead and I put money in their pockets so that they can go ahead and move out with having that eviction on their pocket. So I love this. And people always ask me this, like, Abdul, are you going to get into the real estate aspect? I'm like, yo, look, I own land. So I'm already in the real estate aspect.
You're in real estate already.
I'm already in real estate. And the crazy thing about mobile homes is this. I have partners of mine. They're making $800 a month off their rent. And I said, don't you know you can do the same thing with mobile homes? You can make $800 a month with a mobile home. But people just got to get over that negative stigma that people have in their heads. Listen, I'm telling you, there's 20 plus million people in America that lives in a mobile home. 20 plus million. Yes, ma'am.
Well, now that you say it, you probably drive past them and don't know their mobile homes, especially in the South.
Right. Exactly. So here's the thing. This is what I tell people. I say, look, I want everybody to go on Google and type in mobile home parks near me. Okay. Once you type mobile home parks near me on Google, you're going to see a list of mobile home communities that's around you. You pass them every single day. They're right there behind the McDonald's. They're right there behind the Walmart. They're right there behind whatever other place that you drive by every day. They're just sitting right there behind you. So you are literally driving past a gold mine every single day. Every single day. For the last 3 years, sisters, mobile homes have been trending. On one part of the year, mobile homes have been trending.
Yeah, I believe that. Especially with affordable housing. I mean, it's affordable housing. You said it. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. And I think it's a game changer for a young family just starting out, returning citizens, people who just need to start their life over. And they're like, look, I saved up, like you said, $2,000. They can come to you, get set up with a nice home where they can begin to feel comfortable and settled, that they're eventually going to own, that they could later sell and flip and do the same thing you're doing and go buy themselves another home.
Right. Absolutely. So I just got to give y'all this. My stepmother, she bought her mobile home back in 1995.
Okay.
They started renting the mobile home out. And because I can tell people all the time, like, we've been in this mobile home game for a very long time. She started renting her mobile home out in 2012. From 2012, just the rent that's being collected, you can easily say they made over $50,000 just in the rent that's collected. This year, they sold that mobile home, and I believe it was March. They sold that mobile home for $17,000. Now, this mobile home is I think it's like a 1980, it's like an 82 or something like that.
The older one, yeah.
It's an older one. So that whole notion when people say, oh, mobile home depreciate in value because it's just like a car. Yo, look, we're making more money than what we paid for the mobile home.
Right. And a car is not like that.
Right, exactly, because this is a whole dwelling. People are living in these mobile homes. So anytime I pay $5,000, $2,000, there's times, sister, I get mobile homes for free.
Really?
Yes.
Because you in the parks, you in the game. Do you have your own mobile home park, or you work with just other parks?
Yeah, so we're actually creating one right now in Dillon, South Carolina. Okay. We're creating one right now. We already have a mobile home on there. I'm actually in the process of we're actually going to be converting these sheds into dwellings. And so we're going to be utilizing, I have 1.113 acre over there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start subdividing that land and putting the mobile homes on there. So yes, ma'am, we are working on that.
So is there investment opportunities there for anybody that's listening, since you are creating your own mobile home park and people want to get in the game? They're going to want to get in with you, not go find some random person.
Absolutely. So what we're going to be doing is in 2023, which is coming up in the next couple of months, we are going to be opening up the opportunities for investment. We did it back in, this was 2020. Whenever we started the investments, everybody got paid out 100%. But right now we're building on we're building more systems in that process right there. So it can be more effective, because we want to be able to reach the masses. So we're going to be launching that in 2023, sis.
That's awesome. Well, you got to make sure you come back to the show and talk to us about that. Now, I know you offer master classes. Talk to us about the master classes and how people can get in the game.
Yes, ma'am. So what I'm doing for the last several weeks, I've been making sure that things have been affordable at the end of the day. So the most I've been charging for these classes was $5, literally $4.97. But then I started giving out free classes, and these free classes, you literally have an hour to about an hour and a half with me. And the only thing I'm doing is I'm just giving you game. I have PowerPoint slides. I make sure that once you leave, you should not have no questions about what I just spoke on in that master class.
Right.
I want to make sure that I break it down that a 5-year-old will be able to sit in front of me and be able to pick up the game in this class. So I go and I talk to you about, how to get a mobile home, how to sell the mobile home. I break down where you can find the mobile homes at. I break down the exit strategies, whether you're going to do a quick flip, a fix and flip, whether you're going to wholesale. I break down some of those strategies. I break down a couple of strategies, how you can actually make sure that your passive income is more than your total expenses. I break down a couple of those strategies that you can use. But everything that I give a person, I make sure that they're able to take what I've given them that same night and they can apply it that same night. The information I give is not something that, you look at on Thursday and now you got to wait 3 months to apply the information.
Right.
No. So everything is all about actionable steps. My mentor always told me, action takers are money makers. And success loves speed. So with that, I always make sure anytime I hear information, I move on it. People don't understand.
I'm the same way.
You are more apt to make something happen whenever you are at your highest form of motivation. And that's when I tell people to take action. So the people that's super excited, I say, this is the time that you need to take action, because you're so excited. Your mind is literally trying to help you bring these things into existence. So your mind is moving, and so I tell them, success loves speed, and I always leave the people with this. I tell them, I said, look, at the end of the day, procrastination is the assassination to your destination.
Say it one more time, brother.
Procrastination is the assassination to your destination. So we don't have time to be sitting back watching reruns of Everybody Hate Chris, watching reruns of the Martin Lawrence Show. We don't have time for that. We got to take action now. And when we take the action, then we'll go ahead and we can reap the benefit. The problem is a lot of people, they want to plant the seed and eat the fruit the same day.
Yes.
It don't work like that.
Yes.
So you got to cultivate the very thing that you're actually doing. And then once you're able to cultivate it, that's when you're going to start reaping the benefits all day.
Right. Then you're going to start to see it. That is so beautiful. Talk about game, because you and I were talking a little bit before we got on the air about how a lot of the criticism of how we're changing the game in the business world is that we're giving people the game. And I tell people, I say, I don't charge for game. I just charge for services. So if I give you the game and you say, look, I need you to come in and help me build or help me expand, help me scale. You want me to sit on the board? Okay, fine. I charge for that. But the game, see, this whole notion of let me withhold information from you and let you flail around and dangle carrots in front of you. I think it's a very it's a barbaric type of way to keep people down, because
Right.
you just
Absolutely.
keep people chasing the carrot. So I hear you. You're like me. You give away game, and you're not afraid to do that. I learned that it takes time before you're comfortable giving away your game, because we're trained, right, to think we got to withhold stuff. I can't tell you what I know. I can't tell you what I'm doing because you're going to make more money than me, or, massa only going to let one of us succeed.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that free game and why it's so crucial for those of us in our capacities, where we are as a people right now, to get over that misconception that you can't give away game.
Yeah. So I'll say this. If you are not willing to give game and you're afraid that you're giving too much, that means that you don't know enough.
Right.
That means that you do not know enough in your field. I can talk about mobile homes for days, for months, and for years and not say the same information. That's how much I know about the mobile home industry.
Right.
So I don't have a problem giving game because I'm constantly learning myself.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I give information, I go online. I open up books. I constantly study. So now when I open my mouth up again, I have something new to teach people.
Yes.
So I don't care about the game that I give, because, be quite frank, most people aren't going to do nothing with the game I give them. And they're going to come back to me and they're going to say, Abdul, I remember you said, I can break in my mobile home. And when I break in the mobile home, what else did you say? And I'll be like, all right, cool. Let me go ahead and teach you step by step how this process works.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people, they just like for their ears to be tickled. So they get the game and going from one ear to the other. They applaud you, they clap. But then if you ask them 30 minutes, what did you just say? They don't even remember what you said.
Yeah, because it's entertainment.
Right. It's entertainment. So I know that if I'm in a room of 100 people, only about 7 people is going to take action.
Wow. Look at those numbers.
Only about 7 people are really going to take action. And so my thing is, I always tell people, I say, look, you're not serious, you're curious. You're not serious, you're curious. That's all it is at the end of the day. So when I'm in the room, I'm going to give the game, because the people who take action, those 7 people are those 100 people that take action. Now I have just impacted those 7 people's lives. And those 7 people are going now to impact another 7. And all I do is I just multiply that. So those 7 people get 7 and 7 and 7. They do that 100 times over. I just multiply myself 700 times.
Right.
700 times. And so one thing I tell people is this. I say, look, I teach what I know, but I produce who I am. So those 7 people who actually took the information, now I'm literally reproducing who I am.
Yes.
That's it. So I don't care about giving a game. I really don't care, because I'm constantly learning, elevating.
Yeah. That's beautiful. I love the way you articulated that. I absolutely love that. When I hear people, I'm the same way. When I hear people come back and say, oh, you told me to do this or this, or think about it and look at it this way, I always tell people, whatever we're dealing with is really just one big math problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
You just got to figure out the math. So that's why it's important that you have truth, you have good information, because you're going to be using that information to figure out the formula and get the math problem right. I mean, I see your business and what you're doing nothing but multiplying in the years to come, especially as you start to acquire land around the country and set up your own mobile parks. But your training is invaluable, because not only are you're doing, see, your father multiplied himself, right? He reproduced himself, not just physically, but he taught you sales. He taught you about land. He taught you all of these things. Now you're passing that on. And to me, I see that just going out into infinity. So I congratulate you. And I want you to let the audience know, what programs do you have coming up? Anything you want them to sign up for, what you want us to do?
Yeah. So They can actually follow me on Instagram, and that's at the Mobile Home Closers with the S. I'm always on the Instagram as far as like, showing people the inside of fix and flip projects that we have completed. Showing them different mobile home deals just so that they can get an idea. So we're constantly on Instagram. And if you go to my Instagram, you go to my link in my bio, we have a free masterclass that's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. This masterclass actually going to be like no other masterclass because I'm coming with new information, new slides, new everything in this masterclass. So if you sign up, you will get the opportunity to learn more in depth about mobile home investing. And I'm telling y'all, whenever you join this class, literally the same day, we are all taking action steps on the call together. Yes. On the call. So it's not like I'm leaving people behind. No, I stop the class and have everybody take those action steps and then report back to me the results. Because me personally, I'm a result-driven person. Mm-hmm. Numbers don't lie to me. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Mm-hmm. So I'm a result-driven person. Everybody on this call right now have a transformational gap where they are and where they want to be at. Mm-hmm. So if they're down here, but they want to be right here, right? Then now you need to get with the person who can help you go to the next level, right? And so I show them results so that they can start believing in themselves, so that they can tell themselves, yo, he just showed me how to do this and I produced this result. Everybody in this world is looking for results. So even when somebody is they train and they exercise, right? They may be 200 pounds. They say, I want to lose 50 at the end of the week. If they're down to 190 pounds, guess what that's going to do? That's going to motivate them to do it all over again. So I teach people is whenever you can't stay motivated, stay consistent, because consistency is going to bring back your motivation. Yeah. So I give them action steps so that they can stay motivated, they can stay consistent, and then they can constantly see results. And when you're seeing results, it's going to be bringing a big smile on your face. And now it's time for you to continue to execute, continue to execute. So there's a whole phrase, execution over excuses.
That's right.
Execution over excuses.
I'm grateful because, my goal is to really show the world who we are. We have so many powerful business. I'm talking about powerful game changers, industry disruptors, emerging new market leaders in business in the Nation of Islam. And it's on this platform where you can come and meet us and get an opportunity to showcase. If you have something else you coming out with, you just let me know. And my show coordinator will get you on. Shout out to Sister Rahima. Get you on and we'll promote what you're working on. This is about building our ecosystem and helping one another to do for self.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you, sis, I really, really, really want to thank you for the work that you are doing right now and will continue to do in the future. And just like what I spoke about earlier before the show had aired, just hearing some of the things that people are saying, what are the nation doing, right? But they don't know that we have stars within our nation that are doing, I'm talking about not ordinary things, but extraordinary things in business. They don't see that. So I'm thankful for Allah that you are now highlighting the entrepreneurs that are doing this, that are doing this, right? We have people in every industry that can take our nation, I'm talking about, to the next level, to where we're untouchable with the people and the businesses that we have. So I want to thank you for highlighting it. And the people, the naysayers, or y'all not doing this, or where y'all at, or we right here. Tell them, just tune into your show, sister.
Yeah,
just tune in. That's it.
That's right. And we're going to be coming out to your businesses and seeing what we can do. I'm dedicated to offering my skills. Brother Abdul, I built almost $300 million, over $250 million worth of businesses for people who don't look like us. And now it's time to say, let me offer this skill to my people.
Right.
What can I do to scale that skill and offer it to my people, because I'm sitting in these rooms, they calling me in. I'm doing it for other people, but what about my people? What about my people who just need somebody to show them they ready, they want to do it? I think there's all these myths, but you know, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us, this wanton criticism, we're not doing that. And I tell people, I tell on every show, if you got to go a little extra to support one another, go an extra exit, pay a couple more dollars. Maybe you got to wait a little bit longer. Maybe the delivery is a little bit longer. Be patient. And this is the time to get in on the ground floor of an emerging market, because trust me, in a very short time, things don't take as long as they used to 100 years ago. In a very short time, this is going to be one of the wealthiest and most progressive group of people in this nation that the world has ever seen. It's a very short time away. And so I tell people, get in now. Even if you're not Muslim, look, contact Brother Abdul, take this class, benefit from it, because our goal is to be of service and to be of service to our people. It's time for us to own and monetize our authenticity.
Come on, sis. Come on. Couldn't have said it better, sis. Couldn't have said it better.
Thank you, sir. Good luck with your upcoming masterclass. If you need anything, or you just want to run something past me, reach out, let me know. I'm here. And we just gonna keep growing. But I see us in a very short period of time experiencing a transfer of wealth that you've never seen among Black people.
Come on.
I see it. And so I'm just saying to us, look, position yourself, get with us. And is it, somebody said, when is the class, Brother Abdul?
The class is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Okay. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Go to his Instagram at the Mobile Home Closers. He's got the information up there, and I'm sure he's got places where y'all can sign up, link in the bio or something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you, and may Allah continue to bless you with more success than you've ever imagined, more than your father ever imagined, more than you just could not have dreamed of.
Yes, ma'am. All praises due to Allah. Likewise, sis, definitely appreciate the opportunity, and may Allah continue to bless you with much success with everything that you are doing. This has been truly an honor, and I can't wait to go back and watch the replay all over.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. I'll send it to you as soon as we get off, so you can go and check it out. You can splice it up. You can use this however you want. I'm not funny about that. If you want to use this as promotions, because that's what this platform is, to help introduce the world to us and show them who we are, and to change the narrative about who we are, or to help change the narrative about who we are. I know we can't do it by ourselves. We all are just doing our part. But whatever you want to do, you can chop it up. You can use it. Do whatever.
Praise be to Allah. Well, yes, ma'am. Thank you, sis.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I told y'all, Muhammad is doing it. And when I tell you all, and I've been saying this, and I know people looking at me, but I believe that there is about to be the experience of a major transference of wealth. And that transference of wealth is going to people who look and believe these Black Muslims that you see on here. And I know a lot of times we shy about using the word Black. People said to me, why you got to say Black? Why you got to say Black Muslims? Because that's what I'm promoting right now. These Black Muslim businesses. That's the promotion. I'm not going to be shy about saying Black. If I'm standing up or promoting something that's Black, we have to stop allowing ourselves to be morphed into a category with people who are hijacking our opportunities, our culture, our rights. We're not minorities. We're not African Americans. We're Black people. And that Blackness, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us, that connects us to everybody that's Black like us around the world, whether they know it or not, and whether they want to admit it or not. See, there's a lot of people that's Black and they don't want to admit that they Black, but we're connected. So don't let them put these labels on us. Don't join on to these other movements. You can support other people, but just because we support you, don't mean that we forget about our own movement. So yes, our lives matter. Black lives matter. Black Muslim lives matter. And when you get ready to buy Black Muslim first. All right. Peace and blessings, family. We'll see you all, inshallah, Saturday for the Sajda Saturday morning coffee talk. Make sure you like and subscribe to the page. Go out there. Please purchase your commemorative Elijah coins. We will only have 125 of these pendants when they come in, and I'm telling you all, if you don't get them now, I don't know. We don't know when we're going to be able to do them again, and we don't know if they're actually going to be made from the messenger's home. So there's a whole lot of other factors there, and a lot of other steps. It takes a lot for us to get this copper ready. So thank you all. Right here in the chat, I see all of you all. I see bro Aunt D, shout out to Magnolia Crescent. I see A Breckenridge, RJ Funches. Let's see. Leverage Gang, Fetty. Oh, y'all up in here. Okay. I see you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for joining. Get your commemorative Elijah coin. Remember, don't chip and dip me. Y'all see this going across the screen. I want y'all to do two things. Make a donation to $Mo today. That's MOETODAY. And join my mailing list. Text Do For Self, DO the number 4 SELF to 855-574-9099. We have to be able to communicate with one another outside of social media, because you never know what's going to happen. We're becoming more and more successful. There's a lot of stuff out here. People are blanket canceling people, and they can't cancel us. You can't cancel somebody that you didn't invent or create or find. So let's join the mailing list so we stay in touch. You can stay abreast of what's going on. I have an additional platform. We're live now on Twitter as well, and we're about to be live on another platform that we'll discuss soon before we begin to come out to your businesses. So anyway, peace and blessings, family. Love you all, and thank you all very, very much.